Hello! Well, I've had a bit of an incident with my crossfire. Basically, the second card kind of got a bit hot while I was playing Skyrim Anniversary Edition, and it shut itself down. So, I pulled it out, and here is where I pulled it out from. As you can see, it used to be down there at the bottom, and that's kind of why it got too hot, because even with the desk fan here, the fans of the second card were just a bit too close to this surround, which is for the power supply goes in there. I think it just got too hot and it shut itself down. I don't believe it's damaged. It ought not to be, because they save themselves by switching themselves off if they get too hot. Yeah, this case just isn't going to be good enough for crossfire. It's not good for two GPUs. There's just not enough space here for the second card. I was thinking I could just have one card. I was thinking maybe I could just do that. But when I played Skyrim with just one card, I discovered that I had to play it on low settings instead of ultra. So the crossfire actually made a huge difference. Having two cards working together gave me just so much better performance. It's not funny. And I didn't think that would be the case. I thought crossfire was supposed to only make quite marginal improvements, but I suppose it depends on the game. Skyrim might be better for it, for that sort of thing, in which case Fallout 4 ought to be as well, so I'll look forward to testing Fallout 4 soon-ish, once I've solved the heating issues. So anyway, my solution is to move it to a much more open case, and that's why I've got this here. Now, this case is very, very old. I've had it a long time. My house is basically a computer scrapyard. It obviously didn't used to look like this, but over the years, parts of it have just sort of disappeared. It had a front panel. It had a case that went over it. One of them media PCs, see, actually supposed to lie flat, so you could put a TV on top. Anyway, so it has this kind of flat format instead of like a tower. So towers would be standing upright and you tuck them under a desk. This has got a more of a flat thing. We're using it because with the cover off, it's very open. It's almost like a test bench. And actually, this thing comes off, which we'll probably want to get rid of this. And I'd like to take this part off as well, this thing, but it actually doesn't unscrew. It's actually like riveted on, so that'd be quite awkward to remove. But I don't technically need to. I can just put the motherboard here, and the power supply goes in here. And I also got a bunch of these things. I got these on eBay. There's a whole bunch of quite big PC fans there, 120 millimeters, which is larger than these ones on the Fat Boys. They should be a bit quieter because of the size difference. I don't know if I use all of them, but hopefully these fans can cool it enough that I don't need the desk fan, because the desk fan is quite noisy. See, why this would work a lot better is because if I just pick up this second card. See, it will, when it's fitted, the second card will go at this end underneath this block, and the air then it's got this open space instead of a flat surface up against it, so that should hopefully allow it to stay much cooler. That's the situation, and that's the plan, and I'll come back in a minute with it all assembled. Right, back again. And I've done it. I've assembled it, and I'll show you in a second. So are you ready? Grand unveiling of the new arrangement of parts, which will hopefully be cooler. Sorry for not showing the actual assembly process, but obviously needed both hands to do it, and I didn't have anyone else to hold it at this present time. I just sort of went ahead and did it, and anyway, so we'll just turn it on in a minute, and well, first off I'll show you what I've done. So there it is, and doesn't it look beautiful? I've even got a front panel. Actually, one of the things I didn't think about was when taking out all the bits from the old case is that this case, the new case, didn't have a power button. I basically took the front panel off another old case I found, and the only thing that's actually connected is one USB stick and the power button. I haven't done with the other stuff because I don't really need it, to be honest. Anyway, so I do have a power button, look, woohoo! And lots of fans, as we can see. I haven't put all of them on because I was a bit dumb, because I put the graphics cards in, and I don't know if you can see this, but right down there's some fan connectors, and I can't really reach them between the heatsink of the CPU and the two graphics cards. I actually should have put that on first, or before I put put the graphics card on. But never mind, it's only a temporary bodge. This is just a temporary bodge. Eventually, I'll have something much more beautiful. And I was saying that it was going to be a nice open design, but actually, once you've got all the bits in and all the cables, it doesn't look. It's not all that open, is it? We'll just see if it works first. So I put all the bits in, all the right connectors, everything's all good. So I even arranged the fans to try and get a consistent airflow. So this one down here is blowing in. This one attached to the CPU blows across this way, and this one blows out. So, and these do kind of do this as well. This one on here I put on the outside is gonna hopefully draw air out from the graphics cards, and this one is pushing down, and of course the integrated fans on the graphics cards, they actually push in as well. So, and you can see this, hopefully this second card on the end, down the outside here, that should hopefully not get all choked up with heat because of this open side. Now obviously this is hugely vulnerable. I'm just going to switch it on because it's kind of done now. Let's have a drum roll or something. Dum 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 dum. Not much of a drum roll, but there you go. So press the button. There we go. Lights appear. Noises. And yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it? It's an unsightly mess. My wife is going to go mad when she sees it, and she'll probably scream at me for being messy because she hates. Oh, she actually likes things tidy. See. So anyway, there we go. There we go. Look, it's actually starting. It actually works. I'm not sure yet if it's actually going to run much cooler, but it should. Hopefully, I'll be able to do some epic gaming now and not have my thing melt. Look forward to seeing that. Hey, what else can I say? It works. Aha, it's alive. Okay, so let's see how this new open system runs Skyrim. Again, we'll just see how well it runs it. We'll do it on low settings. I had it on low, obviously, because I had one card for a while. It probably could have run on medium, maybe, but I'll put it on low. Just quickly run it on low, and then we'll switch to ultra and see how two cards do with ultra. Hopefully it will be okay. So that's low settings. Quite what you might expect. Doesn't look terrible, but it's not obviously what the game is capable of. So we want better, don't we? That's why we do it. We get all this together. We want ultra settings. So let's try ultra settings now. And there's the temperatures. Okay, now let's play it again, but this time we'll switch to ultra settings. There we go. Ultra selected. Play. And there we go. That's ultra. Let's have a look around and look at the sky. And just look at the shadows. And the shadows are nice. And they nice. A little wander into town and talk to someone. See if they have noticed how wonderful the world looks at this time. Not Sven, let's talk to Fangdell because he's a bit better. Maybe not. And query him on his personal life, as you do, just to socialise. Look at the shadows there. Look at the shadows on the boardwalk. Isn't that that's nice? That's nice. So, yes, it seems to be good. And the frame rates are not bad. I will call that a success. Yeah. So that's that. See you, bye.